I've had the great honor of working on all the world since 2020 and all of the champions since 2022.
People talk about the need for a community in an ever-increasingly digital world. More and more, esports and gaming is offering that third space. We can offer connection. And that's a very, very powerful thing. Hello, I'm Carrie Dunn. I am the Global Head of Creative for VALORANT Publishing.
These esport events have really become like the backbone of how we interact with players. With games, you're making something for people to enjoy at home and to enjoy digitally and virtually, and you think that's probably gonna be it. And then we put on these esport events.
My focus was to create the best experiences.
And I have had a lot of love and joy in my career in gaming and esports.
I worked in advertising before I found my way to esports and to gaming. And I learned there is no perfect job, but there is always a perfect lesson that you can take forward from it to make you better. So when I worked with sport companies like Adidas and Nike, I learned the power of being at the cutting edge of trend and trying to make the next thing instead of following others. Esports is unique because we are not beholden to the past. We don't have a long legacy that we need to honor that kind of bogs us down or boxes us in. We also have the privilege of being this intersection between sport and gaming and entertainment. And I think few can live in that space, and it means that we have a really rich territory to build from. Esports is the ultimate team game. My role is to set a creative vision of what we're trying to do with each event. What is the messaging? What is the design language that we're using? And what are the moments that we want to create? Week in and week out, my job is really just about setting a really clear vision for what good looks like in VALORANT. Creating that vision, conveying it to everybody around me, and then monitoring the work as it progresses to make sure it keeps marching toward that North Star. And for me, it's really just about conveying that vision and giving everyone the tools they need. So design systems, clear direction, so that then the wonderful rest of our esports crew, the events teams, the broadcast teams, the player management, it's so on and so forth, can all just do their best work.
Films are a really easy way to grok the types of things that we do. So think about launching huge product moments. We make films to hype esport events, whether that be music videos that are animated that really tell a deeper story, the live action films that you'll see that tell the story of the players and the pros who are like going into battle that day. Launching skins within the game of VALORANT, launching maps and acts, and just like any different thing you can think of when it comes to the core game, and just showcasing to players what's happening in that game right now.
A thing that I learned a few different times throughout my career is that there is no perfect job. There are just jobs that offer you some things and maybe have a deficit in other regards. And it's about finding the jobs that give you what you're looking for at that time. Is it a learning opportunity? Is it mentorship? Is it just visibility to something that you haven't seen before? And to know that a job is only ever about fit, both ways. Does that job fit you, and do you fit that job? And if it's not a fit, it's not that you're a failure. It's not that like this was a dead end and you need to rethink everything. It's just that you learned all you can from that, and it's time to move on and find something that fits even better. I think for me, it's really just about finding that intersection between what are you good at, what are your strengths, what can you bring to the table, and what you love. And if you know the space of what you love is gaming, amazing. Figure out what it is that you can bring to the table. Because I think people aren't gonna know how you can help them if you don't know what your strengths are. So figure that out and the rest will follow. I feel like the keys for success to me were a few different things. First is being curious. I am an innately curious person, and I brought that into my work, and asking questions, being open, helped me create better creative work, helped me be a better coworker, and really helped take me places in my career I didn't expect. Finding joy in growth is the most important thing, because when I was younger, I thought that I would like reach a level in my career and then I'd be done and I would have made it and things would get easier from there. But I realized that the growth is constant. And so it's just about embracing that and finding joy in transformation. The beautiful thing about esports is that it has always been a pioneering system. And so I think anybody who thinks they know what the future of esports looks like is probably going to find themselves wrong in 2 to 5 years. And I think that's a good thing, because we should keep surprising ourselves every single year. But for us at Riot Games, the future of esports is always going to be about 2 things: honoring the game and honoring the players.